Hey anime fans! Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the top 10 anime where the main character is totally overpowered and attends a magic school. If you love watching OP protagonists destroy their rivals while hiding their true powers, stick around, you're gonna love this list. Let's jump right in. 10. Classroom for Heroes. After defeating the Demon Lord, the great hero Blade finds himself on the brink of death. Though he miraculously survives, he loses a significant portion of his strength. Being stripped of his immense power frees Blade from the obligation of being humanity's savior. He chooses to spend his newfound free time embarking on a new quest, making friends. Blade enrolls at Rosewood Academy, an institution that trains prospective heroes to become bona fide champions of justice. He quickly fits in, befriending his fellow classmates and helping them through the trials and tribulations on the path toward becoming a hero. 9. A returner's magic should be special. After a decade spent fighting monsters in the Shadow Labyrinth, a growing dark cloud of magic that threatens to engulf the world and destroy all life, Mage Desir Herman and his 5 companions finally face their last foe, the Dragon of Destruction Boromir Napolitan. Although the group of heroes manages to slay this formidable opponent, the tremendous amount of mana stored within the dragon's body is released in an unstoppable explosion that annihilates the rest of the world. However, instead of dying, Desir is sent back 10 years into the past with complete memories of events to come. He enrolls at Hebrian Academy, determined to put an end to the classist prejudice plaguing the magical world that will ultimately lead to the demise of humanity. Unfortunately, his struggle begins early on during the entrance exams. Although he is ranked first of his group, Desir is assigned to the beta class, the default class for commoners. The Demon Sword Master of Excalibur Academy. In a world once devastated by a war between humans and the 6 Dark Lords, the strongest Dark Lord, Leonis Death Magnus, seals himself for 1,000 years to awaken in a future where humanity is stronger. When he wakes up, however, Leonis finds himself in the body of a 10-year-old boy. The world has changed. Humans now fight mysterious monsters called voids, and they wield powerful weapons known as sacred swords. Leonis is discovered by Roselia Ray Crystalia, a kind-hearted girl who brings him to Excalibur Academy, a school that trains students to battle the voids. While hiding his identity as the Dark Lord, Leonis tries to learn the truth behind this new world and the void's origin, all while protecting Roselia and his new companions. 7. Vermal in Gold. At the Royal Ortygia Magic Academy, a young magician named Alto Goldfield dreams of becoming a powerful sorcerer. However, when he fails a crucial summoning class, his graduation is at risk. In desperation, Alto stumbles upon an old grimoire and accidentally summons a powerful and beautiful demon named Vermal, a succubus sealed long ago. To maintain Vermal's power, Alto must share his mana with her through passionate kisses. As Vermal becomes his familiar, Alto is thrust into chaotic battles and romantic entanglements, all while navigating the dangers of magic school life. Together, they face rival magicians, ancient threats, and the growing bond between human and demon. 6. Wise Man's Grandchild. A young man dies in a tragic accident and is reborn in a magical world. He is found as a baby by the legendary wizard Merlin Wolford, who raises him in seclusion and teaches him powerful magic and combat skills. Named Shin Wolford, the boy grows up to be incredibly talented, but completely clueless about common sense, social norms, and everyday life. At age 15, Shin enrolls in the Magic Academy to make friends and learn how to live in society. But his overwhelming strength and lack of tact attract attention from nobles, the royal family, and dangerous enemies. As Shin navigates friendships, romance, and political intrigue, he fights to protect his loved ones and the kingdom from rising demonic threats. 5. Ice Blade Sorcerer shall rule the new world. The famed Ice Blade Sorcerer, the strongest soldier in history, vanished after a brutal war that shook the world. Few know that he now lives in secrecy as Ray White, a seemingly ordinary boy. Ray enrolls at the prestigious Arnold Academy of Magic, where the elite scorn commoners and where social status means everything. Despite his humble background and average appearance, Ray hides his true identity while forming bonds with his classmates. As dark conspiracies, hidden enemies, and lingering scars of war emerge, Ray must rise again, not just to protect his friends but to confront threats that could plunge the world into chaos once more. 4. The greatest demon lord is reborn as a typical nobody. Having reached the pinnacle of human potential, Varvatos was so powerful that the rest of humankind began calling him the Demon Lord, both fearing and respecting his overwhelming influence. As a result, he felt alienated from his fellow humans, leading him to desire true companionship and equal he could call a friend. Hoping his fate will change in his next life, Varvatos decides to start anew and reincarnates 3,000 years later as Ard Meteor, the son of a seemingly ordinary couple in a rural town. Unfortunately, he realizes that even after weakening himself, his strength still overshadows everyone in this era. Moreover, his lack of social skills bars him from achieving his goal of making friends. But worst of all, the repercussions of suddenly abandoning his former position have begun to bite him back in some of the most unimaginable ways possible. 3. The eminence in shadow. Some people just aren't meant to be heroes or villains. They long to operate from the shadows. Sid Kajinu is one such person. In his previous life in modern Japan, he dreamed of becoming a mastermind who influences the world from behind the scenes. After dying in an accident, he is reincarnated into a magical world where he can finally make that dream a reality. Sid pretends to be an average, unremarkable noble boy by day, but in secret he builds a hidden organization, Shadow Garden, to battle a sinister cult he fabricated. Or so he thinks. Unknown to him, the cult actually exists, and his imaginary battles start to have real consequences. As Sid enjoys his delusions of grandeur, he unwittingly shapes the fate of the world. 2. The Misfit of Demon King Academy. After bringing an end to the endless conflict between demons and humans, the Demon King of Tyranny, Anos Voldigode, sacrifices himself to ensure peace. 2,000 years later, he reincarnates, eager to live in a world free of war. But when he enrolls at the Demon King Academy to reclaim his rightful title, he discovers that history has been rewritten, and his true identity has been forgotten. Labeled a misfit for not fitting the false image of the Demon King, Anos must face prejudice from his descendants, expose the lies of history, and protect his new friends. With overwhelming magical power and unmatched wisdom, Anos sets out to reclaim his legacy and restore the truth. 1. Spare me, great lord. In a world where people awaken special powers called meta-human abilities, Lu Shu is a young orphan struggling to survive with his sister, Lu Xiaoyu. One day, Lu Shu discovers that he possesses a unique ability. He grows stronger by collecting negative emotions generated by others, whether from fear, anger, or embarrassment. Determined to protect his sister and rise above his humble beginnings, Lu Shu uses his cunning, humor, and ever-growing powers to navigate a world of powerful cultivators, dangerous trials, and hidden conspiracies. While others seek strength through cultivation, Lu Shu feeds off the chaos around him, becoming stronger in the most unexpected ways. And that's our list. Which OP Magic School anime is your favorite? Did we miss one? Let us know in the comments below. Backhand index pointing right, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more awesome anime content.